We're back, and we're just finishing up on this topic that we were talking about with movie theaters. You know, the technology what Sony and Disney are planning to do. It's crazy. You know, I mean, on a consumer level, this is going to be something that I would like. I mean, every time I see movies come out, I'm like, man, you know, I want to see this. But my first thought is, man, I'm going to see that when it comes on Blu-ray. You know, but now to be able to have an option that as it comes out, Sony makes it available on your cable, satellite, you know, on demand. You can go on demand and you can pay for a ticket to see the movie. My question is, how are they going to regulate it? And this is where I think they will have partnerships with companies. Matter of fact, I even forgot about this. I'm saying partnerships. Sony, they're owners of the PlayStation 4, which has the PlayStation Eye, a camera. So I think that's how they're going to be able to do this on a consumer level. You know, and companies will either partner with Sony or partner with Microsoft, because to think about it, it just doesn't make sense that they would, because either you charge enough money to compensate for the fact that there may be more people watching it, or if you charge such a cheap price, like you say, like $5, $10, even though more people might go, you know, they're thinking revenue. So there has to be a way where they're going to say, you know what? Let's go ahead and if you want to buy a ticket, you buy it through PlayStation 4, and the eye detects how many people are in the room, and then it says, okay, that's 4 tickets, please. You know what I'm saying? And as long as those 4 people in the room, if you don't buy 4 tickets, it doesn't stream the movie until you buy 4 tickets. You know, and if you attempt to cover up the eye and you can't see anybody, then you can't buy any tickets. You know, so I think it's going to be something like that, you know, to where it works in conjunction with that sort of thing. So let me ask this there. I know that this is a topic we already kind of covered it, but if this was what Sony was doing, would that be enough, you think, to sway people to buy a PlayStation 4 who wouldn't normally buy it? In terms of, you like movies, you're a moviegoer. You're not a gamer, but you're a moviegoer. And there's this opportunity now for you to be able to watch, and say you have a nice home theater, you set it up, but you like the theater experience as far as the speakers and sound a little better, but they give you an opportunity to watch movies at home for cheaper. Let's say tickets in the theater cost, you know, $10 a person. At home, they'll give it to you for $5 a person. You know what I'm saying? Because you're home and whatnot. So do you think that would sway you or others to buy a PlayStation 4 just for that movie aspect if they would use it, or it's not enough?
No. Not enough. You know something I'm starting to wonder, Reggie, is the strategy for them counting how many people, is that part of where they were going with the strategy to count people?
That was Microsoft.
That was
Microsoft with their Xbox One, but they were saying that in relation to movies as well. They were saying that in relation to movies, that they would count how many people the Xbox One's Connect would be able to count how many people are in the room. So if you bought a movie ticket, it would be able to say, oh, there's 4 heads there, so we got to charge you 4. You know, and that's where people got in an uproar, and they were saying, well, you know, all this type of stuff. But if Sony...
I have a statue.
From what we know, it doesn't have infrared capability, so it can't send heat.
It can't send heat. Okay.
So, but I mean that's an interesting model. I would be interesting. It would be interesting to see how many people decide to buy next gen consoles just for movie going. You know, they're not gamers, but they want that option of being able to watch movies as they come out.
$30, 10 movies for the year. That's $300. I would save maybe $5 per movie. Let's say.
If they charge you $30 a movie?
If they charge me 3 people.
Oh, right, okay.
In the theater it's $30.
Right, that's about what
I'm just going by what I know.
Right.
When I go, I cough up $30 easily. Okay.
Does that include like popcorn and stuff, or just straight movie?
Straight movie, especially if it's like HD or
4K or whatever. Yeah.
Right. Probably a little bit less if it's just regular.
Right.
So if we say they give you a discount, they say 50%.
Right.
You know, so that's $15. 15 times 10 is $150. So I'd save, $150. That's
so it
not
would
enough for me to buy the console. That's how I got it calculated.
You got to calculate 150 is not enough.
No.
But over years, over a few years, you would make it up.
I don't amortize over years. I go 1 year amortization. That's it.
Because you don't know what can happen from year to year.
It's gonna crash after that year. That thing is dead, bro. No.
So this is going to be a very interesting thing to see how it happens, how they work it. But right now they're test marketing this thing in Asia, and if it does turn out to be something that works, hey, I think we're going to see it over here in the U.S.
I think we're going to see it. Definitely.
Yeah, I think we're going to see it over here in the U.S. The only problem is movie theaters just have to. It's the local theaters are just going to have to adapt. I don't know what they could do, but all I know is they have to do something to make the movie-going experience what it used to be. Because it's just like with Apple. We talked about Apple a while ago, where Apple doesn't have that innovative cushion they used to have. Where, you know, if you wanted the best in technology, if you wanted the brightest as far as innovation, you go to Apple. You know, if you want something that's good, you know, but it's not necessarily innovative, it's more, you know, like factory churned out, then you could go to the PC space and so forth. Now, companies like Samsung, companies like Sony have not only caught up with Apple, but in some cases surpassed in terms of innovation. So Apple doesn't have that cushion anymore. I think the same is happening with the movie theaters. Movie theaters don't have that same cushion they used to have, where the old CRTs, the best I could do was a 36-inch screen. The best I could do was that. And it didn't have the clarity and resolution that the theaters could bring me. And then I didn't have the 7.1 surround sound and the Dolby Digital. I didn't have all of that in my house. So, you know, all I could do was, when I go to theaters, I really got a good experience. You know, I really got a good experience when I went to the theater. Now, you have that capability at home. So, going to the theaters doesn't blow you away like it used to. You know, and especially if the 4K is going to look like the theater I went to, you know, and that was like a Regal theater, you know, so, I mean, I don't know what to say, you know, and then plus you don't have the option of pausing the movie, or, you know, you want to go to the bathroom, you can, you know, if you're in a theater, you go to the bathroom, you miss something.
Look away, still goes up. It's not like Samsung S4.
Galaxy S4, where it has that pause movie feature. So let's talk about another story here. Now, one of the biggest things that seems to be emerging is an app called Twitch. Now, Twitch is a streaming type app to where companies like Xbox One and now NVIDIA is they're partnering with Twitch to where you can, as you're playing the NVIDIA Shield, which comes out this week, by the way, the NVIDIA Shield, a 5-inch portable Android game console. You can also stream PC games to the Shield, but what their partner with Twitch does is it allows you to be able to go live, to stream your games live. In other words, you're playing Call of Duty, you're playing any kind of game that you want to play on the NVIDIA Shield or coming up on Xbox One. You play any game, and you're able to, as you're playing it, you can stream that thing live so other people can watch you play. Now, there is a growing market of people that like to watch other people play games, and that's where IGN, the online magazine streaming service, if you have IGN, if you have a Roku box, or you have a Google Play, Google TV, or anything like that, you can get IGN, and they have gaming competitions where people are just there watching these gaming professionals play games, play Call of Duty, you know, play. It's a huge audience. You know? Yeah, I mean, it's a huge. There are people there cheering. Yeah, you know, it's a huge audience. So this thing coming up in video field, Twitch. Have you ever heard of Twitch?
No, I thought I read something the other day from our CDN.
Yeah.
But I have to go back and see if it was Twitch they were talking.
Yeah, because
they've been doing it for a while.
They've been doing it for a while.
Our CDN was the leading gaming.
Streaming,
system
out there. So, you know, and now people are catching on, because now Xbox One is signed on with Twitch, and now NVIDIA Shield is signed on with Twitch, to where you now don't have to be a gaming professional, because there are people who play games for a living. They get paid tournaments and stuff like that. But the regular guy now, like me, I can now stream my skills online, and people can see, you know, what I got to do. So coming up with the NVIDIA Shield. If you're picking this thing up later this week, I think it's on Thursday the NVIDIA Shield comes out. If you're going to pick this thing up, according to NVIDIA, they have partnered with Twitch to where when you're playing your games, you can immediately start streaming it online for other people to see. So if you have gaming skills, because I know a lot of us out there, we got skills to pay the bills and ultimately make mills, you can go ahead and put your, when you get an Xbox One, or if you don't have an Xbox One and you get an NVIDIA Shield, and you decide that you want people to see your skills, you want people to see that you too, are just as good as those gaming professionals out there, then they have partnered with this company called Twitch that allows you to instantly stream the game that you're playing online so others can see. I mean, to me, that's just cool. And this right here is a picture of the NVIDIA Shield right here that's coming out this week. As you can see, it's a controller with a screen on it. And it plays high definition, very high-end games. This thing has a 72-core GPU, not a 12-core, not 8-core, not quad-core, but a 72-core GPU. So that right there tells you this thing can push massive graphics. And tethered to that also is a quad-core CPU and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Of hard drive space, along with 2 gigabytes of RAM, running the Integra 4 processor. The ultra powerful Tegra 4 processor is what it uses. It also has a 720p display for those high definition games. It was $349, but they have reduced it to $299, and it has a mini HDMI output that outputs 4K video. So if you have a 4K TV or something like that, this thing can output 4K video. So if that's something that you're interested in, hey, Twitch is, almost like the next big thing, coming up. So this is definitely going to be something that, you're going to want to keep your eyes on if you're someone who likes to play video games. If you're someone that likes other people to see you playing video games, then watch out. If you get an Xbox One or you get an NVIDIA Shield, NVIDIA has teamed up with Twitch, and they will be able to allow you to stream your games right away, straight away to anyone watching. Well, coming up after the break, because as usual we're up against a break, so coming up after the break, we're going to talk about the Babuinos transforms your smartphone into a game controller and more. This is something that you have to see to believe. And a Flight Cam 1080p point of view rugged video camera has been unveiled. If you're one of those people that you're always out and about and you need something sturdy, you need something to show you want others to see what you see when you're going hiking or when you're going mountain climbing or wherever it is, you want to check this thing out. So we're going to talk about that. And also, Sony's new smartwatch, is it going to launch this week? All of that and more coming up on Tech Pulse. Stay tuned.